YouTube, what's good with you guys? Gniady back in another video, and today, College Football 25 has just released their first gameplay trailer, and I went over the reveal of the first initial trailer they did, which kind of just showed a little bit of the scenes and kind of the stuff they added, kind of give you a glimpse of kind of what the game is looking like and how far they've come. Now, they have the actual gameplay trailer. I'll go a little bit more in depth. I know a lot of people are talking about people complaining about gameplay and stuff like that being like Madden. I'm just gonna be real with you guys. I think that it's great the game's coming out. I know I touched on that a little bit. I did get copyrighted, like I said I would. I'm probably gonna copyright this on this again. Luckily, it doesn't get rid of my audio or anything. I just can't get paid, which I don't really care about at all right now. So we're just gonna go into this. If I get copyright, it doesn't matter. But I'm just gonna give you guys my thoughts as this goes on. From what I've seen, it looks pretty good. I'll pause it whenever I think there's something I want to touch on or something like that, but I think we should just hop right into this trailer. Also, if you guys couldn't tell, I am back at home. It's my first video back at home. I'm glad to be home. School's over. I'll be here for a couple months, so should be seeing some videos from here. And my first actual gameplay videos, or going over the game of NCAA or of College Football 25, will be at right here. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited. So let's hop in this gameplay trailer.
EA Sports College Football 25 Gameplay Deep Dive. Today's focus is on the exciting new Campus IQ gameplay feature set, which includes the new wear and tear system, player abilities, home field advantage, unique playbooks, and a host of new mechanics that deliver the explosive, fast-paced gameplay unique to college football.
So this first place I'm gonna stop it. So I saw there's no X factors, and they said no abilities. Originally in the first leaks, but it looks like it's player abilities, but it's a little bit different. They're going to touch on those a little bit. I did see them go over those abilities before, and I didn't really have a problem with exactly what they said. The fatigue I could see being a little bit, it could be buggy, I'm not sure exactly, yada yada yada. I'm not trying to complain or be too nitpicky here, but I do think that it has a possibility of being like a little, over the top. Like for example, with Madden last year, they had a stamina glitch where like if dudes will be gassed the entire game because it was the D-line thing where like if you get blocked, if you're a smaller player and you get blocked by one of the offensive linemen, your fatigue goes way down, and because there were lighter defensive linemen, they would always be tired. So they had to kind of switch that around. I think they'll do a good job fixing it, right? But how the game is at a launch is really what it's going to be like the entire year for the most part. So I think they're going to do a good job. I think it's going to be good, but let's keep going on with this.
Let's get into it. The new wear and tear system changes how you approach every snap. Wear and tear is a progressive player health system that prioritizes strategic substitutions and diverse play calling to keep your players healthy. With wear and tear, every hit matters, but not all hits have the same impact. And a single hit, like a blow to a quarterback's throwing arm, can change everything, just like it can in real life. Every hit scales differently and will have unique effects on a player's performance.
So let's actually go back to this right here.
And will have unique effects on a player.
So as we see right here, there's different. This is pretty cool. I think it's cool. I think that it's a cool idea. Obviously, in real life, guys are gonna have injuries and stuff like that. They're gonna have to come out of the game for a couple snaps if they're hurt. So I think that is a realistic thing to happen. Like they're trying to make it more realistic, obviously. But at the end of the day, right? People have honed in on like Madden trying to make things too realistic, and it made it less fun because they're trying to be realistic, right? Over the top with that. And the games that feel more arcadey, right? For example, like 2K, 16, 17, people like those games more. Are kind of how it is, right? There's a good balance, right, between arcadey and realisticness that you want to feel in the game. But we see slight, high, severe injury places. Where I see this getting annoying is like with quarterbacks, right? If you have to take your quarterback out in the middle of the game, like that's annoying. So I'm hoping they'll make it harder for quarterbacks to have these things happen to them. Maybe it'll be all the same, but understand like running backs, wide receivers coming out for a couple plays, that's fine. I'm not sure if this will be in their ultimate team mode or whatever they call it. Gonna call it. But this could be very interesting.
Players' performance as damage and fatigue add up over the course of a game. Managing wear and tear is critical to your team's success, both in a single game and over the course of a season. And EA Sports College.
Another quick pause here. The camera angle, the way the why am I blanking on that? The scoreboard looks at the bottom of the screen, kind of the camera, the field, the look of the game, all looks very, very good in my opinion. I love the way it's laid out and looks. The gameplay obviously will be up in the air yet again. I don't want to harp on the gameplay too much because we don't really know, and I know people don't want to hear that. So, but as far as the field, the look goes, and the feel, and the field, and the graphics, it all looks very good and promising.
College Football 25, we're introducing both mental and physical player abilities that help separate highly skilled players from untested freshmen. In contrast to the pros where superstar talent is generally balanced across the league, the player abilities in college were designed to showcase the overall discrepancy in player and team skill levels. Physical abilities boost attributes like breaking tackles or can provide protection from wear and tear. Mental abilities enhance intangible traits like leadership, pre-snap clarity to line of scrimmage, and staying calm under pressure. Here you can see the Stadium Pulse meter is maxed out.
So I'll pause this again, yet again. If you guys want to see the full video, I will put a link in the description to watch this without me stopping it. But they said they were getting some developers from the NCAA 14 game as well, and a lot of this, like the way the camera looks after the throw, kind of the throwing motions, the throwing meter, that all looks very similar to NCAA 14. So I think that's cool. They're bringing that little nostalgia aspect to it, kind of that feel of that old game. But man, this scoreboard, dude, at the bottom looks so clean. I can't get over that. But as far as that looks, I do see some NCAA 14 stuff as far as that goes. So that is really cool and promising.
But the visiting quarterback does not have the mental ability, headstrong, which provides resistance to distractions. The visiting quarterback here does have headstrong active, so he can see the field more clearly and will be less prone to mistakes for this play. A player can have up to 8 abilities, and they can scale in effectiveness, providing situational advantages throughout a game that ignite the dynamic and unpredictable moments that make college football so exciting. From Tiger Stadium to Happy Valley, we're pumping the sights and sounds of the most iconic and daunting home field environments right into your living room. And with home field advantage, the host team has the upper hand. As the visiting team, you'll face various degrees of home field advantages impacting confidence and composure levels, on-field performance, and more. Home field advantage will disorient players with lower composure levels more than it will for the level-headed players. Decisions like audibles and hot routes will be
So I had my
stadiums
camera over the Stadium Pulse, but if you guys look up here at the Stadium Pulse where my cursor is, this will show you how much the crowd is making an impact on what's going on in the field. And I think that's cool, right? We talked about we want the stands to be super loud and have an effect on the game, and I think that they're doing that for sure. But I'm just hoping that it doesn't become too much of an advantage for when you're playing somebody online, right? So if you're playing online, you probably want to be home all the time, and if you have that away game or something like that, it could become really hard to have. They're gonna have a pretty big advantage on you depending on how much this actually affects you. So I see that being a little bit annoying of an issue, but I do think it's cool, and I think their head's in the right place. But I'm hoping that doesn't become too overpowering and too much of an advantage as far as that goes. But like Road to Glory and stuff like that, and you're playing like franchise or whatever they call it, leading a team all the way to the Gniady. That'll be a cool aspect, right? It'll feel like real life a little bit. But as far as online goes, I see that being a little bit annoying.
Stadiums will be rocking, so it's more important than ever to keep your team in manageable down and distance situations. With 134 FBS teams to choose from in EA Sports College Football 25, the wide range of play styles is something you can't experience anywhere else.
That's super cool.
From wide splits in Oklahoma, to the triple option at Air Force, to Michigan's dominant ground game, the playbook variety makes for unique matchups every game. Fake out your rivals with new user reverse handoffs, explore the new option game, and other new trick plays. With more teams throwing the
Trick
ball
plays
all
is
over
super
the
cool
field,
too.
College Football 25's revamped passing mechanic adds control
Wow.
and variation to every dropback. To expand player variation at quarterback, we focused on tuning situational throws and an array of new trajectories that will provide more passing control with a timed button press.
Oh wow, okay.
Other new gameplay mechanics will give you more control before and after the snap. Adjust the length of your primary route with custom stems. Switch players
Oh
directionally
shoot.
with the new switch stick for post-snap control.
Woo!
Master the
That's
new kicking
crazy.
meter and call a number of new
That looks like the old
routes
kicking
at the
meter.
line. For more on gameplay and playbooks, check out the Campus Huddle blog. Subscribe today to get the latest EA Sports College Football 25 news. To make it game day.
So that's the trailer, guys, and it looks like I talked about this before, with having having more cutscenes before the game, stuff like that, having like intros that are custom to the teams and stuff like that. Also, Kirk Herbstreit, I think, is doing this game, which is super duper cool. I know like smaller school games, I heard that they have different commentators for, which I also do think is cool. People are complaining about that, but I do think that's pretty cool. But it looks like the intros and having team specific coming out of the tunnel, traditions and stuff like that, that is sick. So I hope it's as good as they're making it look as far as that goes, because that is actually amazing, and I'm super excited and looking forward to this game a lot, guys. I hope you guys are too. But that'll do it for this video, guys. If you guys did enjoy this, more content will be coming out from me as time comes on. I told you guys, as more updates come out, I'll be making videos to update you guys. I'm sure you guys are seeing this already, but maybe you wanted some input on this, so that's what I'm here to do, give you some input as somebody who plays these games religiously, and just trying to help you guys get a better understanding. I think no matter what your thoughts are, if you're a college football fan, if you're a football fan, this game's going to be good for you to buy regardless. And if you don't want to buy it right away or whatever, I'll be making videos at release so you can kind of get an idea of what is going on with that and, you know, people's opinions. So stay tuned for that, and thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Best one, I was the best one. You thinking way back, you should have kept them. You always question all of my methods. I try to hold you down. I just want you to I swear that you don't check your phone. I be pulling in the coupe on my own.